Improving Sustainability in Detroit. I'm Joe Rebottaro. I am a senior in the Mechanical Engineering Department at Wayne State, and I'm also a full-time engineer at a company called Red Viking. So today we're going to look at the reasons why there's a need for new sustainability methods in Detroit, and we're going to talk about 4 possible ways that we can improve this. One is by PaveGen, another way is by intelligent streetlights, solar panels, and also wind power. Detroit's needs for sustainability. So what we're trying to accomplish is we want to reduce the city's carbon footprint and help provide a sustainable energy for future generations. And we'd also like to cut the overall energy spending. Over 50% of our energy comes from coal. Natural gas usage has doubled in the past 10 years. And right now we currently have 3 nuclear power plants that make up 28% of our electricity generation. And another interesting fact is Detroit ranks near last in energy efficient cities.
Hi, my name is Marisa O'Dea, and I'm a junior chemical engineering student at Wayne State University. And I have some research experience in environmental studies as well as computational biology. Today I'm going to be talking about intelligent streetlights. These lights transmit information that help monitor and respond to traffic rates, air quality, and crowd control, as well as noise control. These networks are remotely controlled LED lights that turn on and off and dim based on pedestrian rates to reduce energy costs. These lamps also reduce energy use and the CO2 emissions, and they've been found to reduce crime rate by up to 10% in major cities.
Hi, I'm Mansi, and I'm a sophomore in mechanical engineering at Wayne State University. I'm also a part of the powertrain team on Formula SAE at Wayne State. And for this project, I was researching a technology known as PaveGen, which is a smart sidewalk. Basically, what the PaveGen is it's tiles that harvest kinetic energy from people walking and convert it into electricity that can be used for a variety of different applications. The fundamental component of the PaveGen tile is a piezoelectric material that generates electricity when it's compressed, and this technology can be used to provide a more interactive experience in Detroit while also providing an eco-friendly source of energy for Detroit. PaveGen is also already being used in other places, such as Bird Street in London and the Dupton Circle in Washington, D.C. And people are using PaveGen to power streetlights in Washington, D.C. and power the shopping street in London. And probably if you implement the same type of use, we would probably get a more eco-friendly use of energy in Detroit.
Okay, so my name is Ian Roberts. I'm a junior majoring in computer science at Wayne State, and today I'm going to be talking about solar panels and solar energy in general. So the way that solar panels work is by absorbing light energy or photons from the sun and transforming that energy into usable electricity through something called a photovoltaic system or a PV system. Within this PV system there are PV modules that consist of solar cells, and these current solar panels are effective at producing electricity from a decent range of light frequencies. However, they are still currently unable to receive energy from infrared, UV, and low lights. On the topic of efficiency, DTE has invested over $170 million into solar energy since 2008, and from that we get about 1,000 megawatts total, which has the ability to power roughly about 500,000 homes in Michigan. The average American house is that is completely dependent on solar electricity uses about 30 kilowatts per day on average. And of all of DTE's renewable energy sources, solar energy equates to about 7% total. At the moment, for a city to be completely dependent on renewable energy, solar energy can't economically do the job alone. However, the city of Cincinnati has recently committed to using 100% clean renewable energy by the year 2035. So with this in mind, the city has stated that they are planning on establishing a solar project to produce 25 megawatts of solar power specifically for the city itself. I think that model that Cincinnati's put in place there could absolutely be reworked and reapplied for Detroit, and in that process we could reduce Detroit's carbon footprint. That's also not to say that steps aren't already being taken, as projects all over Michigan are popping up to reach goals similar to ours. The Lapeer Solar Farm is the biggest solar park in Michigan. Lapeer has over 180,000 solar panels set up on 420 acres of land. And in addition to Lapeer, DTE also owns and operates a total of 13 wind farms and 31 solar arrays all over the state. Also, by 2050, DTE plans to have cut their carbon emissions down by 80%. So things are definitely on the way to being improved. However, I would like to see more solar farms being created, not only for other cities in Michigan, but also for Detroit.
Next, we are currently looking at using wind power. However, while researching into this topic, we found a few issues. First, I'd like to start off by saying that the way wind power works is there are big wind turbines that harnesses wind energy, and it powers a shaft which turns a rotor, and a generator creates electricity, and that powers everything beyond that. So while we were doing the research, we kind of realized that Detroit may not be the best place for this, because there's really no real estate in the downtown area to put these, and these are massive in size. Another main concern was noise and potential falling hazards, and this can be big safety issue if you have a 150-foot turbine falling over, or any type of FOD that comes off of it. And also, if we were to make room for them, we would actually be taking out local businesses, which would kind of damage like the local economy and the uprising of Detroit. And another big issue that we found was that Detroit does not really have enough sustained wind to power the turbines. Typically, up in the thumb is one of the higher areas that has sustained wind that could actually power these and become efficient.
So I am the project manager for our team, and currently, as far as communication, we have been using WhatsApp, and we have also been using Google Docs to share all of our PowerPoints and all of our other documents that we've been needing for this course. As far as project timeline goes, we are just finishing our oral briefing now. We are then going to take over spring break. We're going to look further into our proposal and kind of decide which elements we're going to remove and which ones we're going to keep. And then we will turn in our needs assessment on the 26th, and on the 26th we're also going to have our final topics decided. We're then going to have a rough draft done of our proposal by the 3rd, and we're hoping to meet with our supervisor on the 10th and also turn in our progress report by the 10th, and then have our final proposal turned in on the 24th. So in conclusion, for the intelligent street lamps, overall, these street lamps will reduce the city's energy consumption and CO2 emissions, as well as improve crime rates in the city. PaveGen will provide an alternative source of electricity for various uses in Detroit, and solar energy panels are already widespread all over the state of Michigan. However, we would like to see an increased number of solar farms in conjunction with other renewable energy sources to help power the city of Detroit. And we are going to take these different ideas, discuss them, and we are hoping to come to a conclusion for the final proposal soon by the rough draft date. Thank you for coming to our presentation, and we hope you enjoyed it.